Well, get ready to explore some spooky fun on Whiskey Row. This weekend, you can do just that by attending the Favorite Haunts of Whiskey Row event by Buzzard's Roost Distillery. Joining me in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen with a preview is VP of Marketing Laura Coombs, along with paranormal investigator Fen Allen Coos. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Louisville is just one spooky place when it comes to Halloween. We are obsessed with this holiday. I can't believe it's already this weekend, but you guys are gearing up in a huge way. So tell us about this very special event.
So Buzzard's Roost is at 624 West Main, which is a very, very paranormal active area of our city.
Okay.
And we have had several experiences that have happened. Some books fly off the shelves and elevators open for no reason, and we hear footsteps, things like that.
Okay.
Just general poltergeist activity.
Right.
No big deal.
So, because, we live in such a small, connected community, I was picking up some charcuterie, and Fen was working there, and she had on a paranormal investigator hat, and I was like, oh, you need to come in.
You need to tell us what's going on in this place.
So then, it was the stars were aligned, and we brought in Fen, and they did a two-night investigation, and then we got some of our neighbors involved, and then I'll throw it over to Fen, and she can tell you what we learned.
Yeah, tell me about how you got involved in the paranormal world. Like, why were you interested in getting involved?
Well, so the paranormal kind of chooses you. I think it's like if anybody's an X-Files fan, it's, you have an experience when you're young, and then that kind of like spearheads your entire trajectory of your life. But I've been doing this professionally for over 5 years, and then pretty much as an amateur my whole life. And so when we came to Buzzard's Roost, it was like, we expected it not to be as haunted as they said. Not that we don't love them and trust them, but just because we're, as paranormal investigators, we're a little desensitized. We want to debunk things.
Yes.
And so often, unfortunately, things can be debunked. And in this case, it was not
the complete opposite.
It was not debunked. No, it was. It's an incredibly haunted space, and we had. Our devices were going off, and we got incredible EVPs, which is electro voice phenomena, and we got like a man talking in an elevator. We got all kinds of evidence from the location.
Oh my gosh, I already have chills, and I haven't even been to the space yet. So during this event, what can people expect when they come out?
So they come into Buzzard's Roost, and of course we give them a little sip of whiskey to loosen up, bring in the
You're
spirit.
gonna have to.
Right, conjure up the spirits. And we go into our still room where we've had a lot of activity, and people are enjoying their whiskey, and then they get storytelling from Fen and our whiskey guide about activity that has happened actually in the still room, and then also some history of the building itself, and things that happened during the early days of our city that brought in all of this paranormal activity and all of the activity on the riverfront. There were fires on Whiskey Row. There were, the Civil War. All of those things have created quite a haunted corridor.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, that whole area is wild. As you said, this is a very spooky city.
So you go into the still room, and then you go down into our speakeasy, and then Fen takes over with the pendulum, and we conjure up the spirits down there, and the pendulum will lead guess into which whiskey they taste.
Oh, well, speaking of whiskey, what drink are we making today?
Oh, okay. So today we have the Glittering Gallows.
Ooh, okay.
So I'll tell you what, while I mix it up, can Fen show you how the pendulum works?
Please, yes.
Okay. So when we are doing our investigation, what we do is we do half tech and half non-tech. So basically, we're trying to figure out what the entities, how they want to communicate. I know this probably sounds nuts for a lot of people, but this is just a Tuesday for us.
Right.
And so the spirit that we connect with downstairs in the speakeasy at Buzzard's Roost is a spirit named Gandano. And Gandano, for whatever reason, he's the one who just likes to communicate, and he does through the pendulum.
Okay.
So a regular pendulum session would just be like, show me a yes, you've got a circle, show me a no, and you've got a back and forth. And this is calibrated to me, obviously. But when we go downstairs, we let Gandano choose which bourbon the guests get to experience first. So in this case, we would say Gandano, which one, and then, you know, he always pulls it. I don't know if there's any spirits in here. There probably are.
There probably are, based off of how creepy the basement is. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, it does feel kind of spooky in here. But yeah, so in this case, you know, it would go to there, and that's what we would have. And then the guests also get to communicate with Gandano as well.
Oh,
and they also get to mess with pendulums, and there's all different kinds. A lot of times people prefer these kind because they have a little more weight to them. Have you ever used one?
I've never used one, no.
Oh.
But that one looks really cool. I like this.
Well, it's yours.
Oh, it's mine?
Yeah.
You're getting very awakened. No, I'm kidding.
Be careful. You might conjure somebody from the basement.
That is true. I don't want that, especially not here on the morning show. Well, I
That
know
would be
you're.
good.
We got to wrap up, but thank you so much for coming in today. I cannot wait to see the end of this cocktail. But if you're interested, tickets are still available, and you can get those over at buzzardsroostwhiskey.com.